He looked me dead in the eye, half drunk, and said, "I love you, but I don't want to be with you anymore." And the worst part, he said it while our 4-month-old baby was still in my arms. That night, something inside me stopped, he thought. He could replace me with a 22-year-old coworker, but he didn't realize. I had one weapon he couldn't take away, the very home he thought he was walking out of. If you've ever dreamed of serving justice to someone who wronged you, hit like, subscribe, and buckle up, because this story, it's betrayal, heartbreak, and revenge served ice cold. I'm 34, and for 10 years, I thought I was living a love story. My husband, 41, wasn't just my partner, he was my everything. When anxiety crippled him 8 years ago, I sat awake with him night after night, holding his hands, whispering him through panic attacks, even as my own body begged for sleep. I went to work like a zombie, but I did it because he needed me. I was his anchor then. His mom got cancer, and guess who put her career on hold to become her caretaker? Me, because he had the potential to earn more and I wanted to support his dreams. Then came the pregnancy. He suggested I stay home for the family. And I did. My life became taking care of him, our home, and eventually our kids. But while I was giving up pieces of myself, he was planning to throw me away. Asterisk, fast forward December, he got a promotion. More hours, more late nights, more distance. By March, I gave birth to our second daughter. My body wasn't the same. I felt fat, ugly, invisible. He barely looked at me anymore. When I tried to talk, he'd shrug me off. You wouldn't understand the house I built, the walls I painted with my own hands, the garden I planted. It became my only comfort. I'd sit in my hanging chair, rocking my baby, pretending life was still beautiful. Because he was slipping away, and I knew I'd begged for couples therapy. Since June, I begged his answer. Everything's fine, asterisk, but the truth? Everything was already broken, asterisk. Then last week, he came home late. He smelled like whiskey. He told our older daughter to go to her room. My heart raced. I thought, maybe he was finally ready to open up instead. He dropped the bomb. "I love you, but I don't want to be with you anymore." My mind froze. I asked, "What do you mean?" That's when he said it. "I'm in love with someone else. She's everything I've ever dreamed of. I need to live that love without guilt." And the dagger? She's 22, a girl from his office. Yes, he cheated on me, on our family, on everything we built, asterisk. And, the only words I could get out. "But what about my home decor?" Asterisk. He laughed. Can you believe that? He said I didn't value his suffering, that I wasn't the woman he married anymore. And when I shouted, "This house is mine. I built this," he stared like I was crazy. For a second, I thought maybe we could work through it. Maybe it was a midlife crisis. Maybe he'd realized his mistake. But no, he doubled down. He said I was disposable, replaceable, that he wasn't even attracted to me anymore because of the weight I'd gained having his child, asterisk. And that was the moment my grief turned into something else, fire, asterisk. The next morning, I stopped crying. I called his brother. I told him everything. And you know what his brother said? "Find a lawyer today." So I did. I had 2 little girls to protect, a house I refused to lose, and a man who thought he could walk away clean. He didn't expect me to fight back, but I also called his mom, the woman I'd quit my job to care for when cancer almost took her life. She was devastated, furious at him. She said, "You are my daughter no matter what." Her support gave me strength, and then I called my own mom. She's flying in visa, pending to be by my side, my dad. 2, the army was forming, and my husband. He still thought I was too broken to fight. The lawyers laid it out. I had sacrificed my career for him. I had given years to his family. I was the primary caregiver of our children, the house, the dream home I built was leverage in the affair. Oh, that was the nail in his coffin. We started filing every document, another dagger. Every meeting, another step closer to his downfall. He walked into this thinking he'd walk away with freedom. Instead, he's walking into divorce court with his reputation shattered. His family against him and his wallet on the line, asterisk. He thought I was disposable, but the law and karma say otherwise. Asterisk, the climax wasn't dramatic screaming or slammed doors. It was quiet, cold, powerful, sitting across from him with my lyre. I watched the realization hit his face. He was losing. The house custody respect from his own family, his new girlfriend might have his attention now, but I had everything else, and he knew it. His jaw tightened, his eyes darted, but he couldn't say a word because the facts were on my side and karma. Karma was already working overtime, asterisk. In the end, the man who thought I'd crumble was left. With nothing but guilt and a fleeting fling, I have my daughters, I have my family support, and most importantly, I have my home. The very place he once dismissed as just decor became the symbol of everything he lost. When I sit in my garden chair now rocking my baby, I don't feel broken, I feel powerful because revenge wasn't about destroying him. It was about proving he could never destroy me, asterisk. Sometimes karma doesn't shout, it whispers, and in those whispers, justice is served. If this story gave you chills, smash that like button and tell me in the comments, what's the most satisfying revenge you've ever seen? And don't forget to subscribe for more tailies where karma always finds its target.